Hi guys. So I have so many topics to do, okay? And the more I tried now to do one topic per per reading, and I try to stop as soon as it looks like there's all these questions coming out as a result of the one reading I had just done. So as I was doing the reading that I just did, which was about the detention centers, obviously a lot of questions came up, and it showed that these detention centers would really be halted once Trump is out. There's going to be all these legal injunctions, but really they will be liberated once Trump is out, probably. So then I know that everybody's going to be like, well, what about, if Trump leaves? What about Pence? Da, da, da. Over and over, I've seen that he leaves. And then at the same time, we have the circumstance of Manafort going to jail. And one of the very curious things that I've never really done a specific reading on is why Pence was picked, because I've read over and over again that Pence was picked by Manafort. And as we know, and I'm going by what we have seen here on this channel, is that I believe Manafort was really essentially a Russian agent. He was working for the Trump campaign. As you know, he said he worked for free, but he was not working for free. He was being paid by the Russians. So he was essentially representing the interests of the Russian government in a way or another. So why did they pick Pence? Okay, because this was the curious thing. He apparently Trump wanted Chris Christie, but then he was like, no, you have to pick Pence. Why? So it's a simple question. Why did Manafort why did Manafort pick Pence, and why was Pence chosen as a VP? Okay, so let me just ask the brief, do the three positions with the four types of cards, and then if I could get more, pull out more cards depending on how, what comes out. Okay, so let me lower this, okay, guys, and then, okay, so why was Pence chosen to be the VP by Manafort and or the Russians? Okay, because obviously, as we know, guys, Trump just does as is told. He clearly is following orders. So why was Pence picked as the vice president? Okay, why did they choose him as the vice president? Okay, seems a little strange. Okay, uncovering of something legal, something about, oh no, interesting, guys. Okay, I think I get it. Okay, so they discovered. Okay, there's several things here. Okay, I want to talk to you about this. Kind of a big deal. Okay, then it's only the tarot. So this is a upside down is always, I feel like, an uncovering of something, or this is okay. So this is a card. Literally, this card means Seven of Swords, theft. Upside down, discovery of theft. This is a card of the childhood or children or past. Something usually, I think of this card usually as something to do with past. Something. This is also the card of bigotry, shady values. But in this context, guys, it could mean, okay, and this is a card of something behind the scenes, upside down. It could be the religious right, and or the shady group of people. So many things I think here, guys. It could be that they have kompromat on him, okay, that they feel that they can control him because, okay, I'll show you now. I'll go back here, okay, because it could mean that they know that because he's ultra religious, the kompromat would affect him because he's the ultra right person. It could mean that they have discovered shady things about these bigoted people, okay, and but essentially, and I feel, oh, it could also mean that he has something. I don't know that he has to do with it. I don't want to make it about the controversial, whether he's sex stuff or something. I think essentially there's something illegal that he has done in the past, and he's connected to this group of religious people that whatever the information they have, they feel like it could destroy him, and that he is committed. I've seen that in the readings I've done about him before. It showed that he is completely brainwashed, okay, and that he's willing to do anything to fulfill this bizarre, these ideas, old-fashioned ideas about him. And I remember, guys, so well, one of the first readings I did was about him, and it was so popular because they were like, oh, it's over for him, it's so over, it's so beyond over. But the question I have to remember, why did Manafort pick him? I just want a specific question to a very specific answer, if there's at all if it's possible to have a specific answer to this, okay? Okay, secret again, guys. Secret again. Oh, cut. Yeah. News. Yeah. So the secret could end him if it became news. So why did they pick Pence? Why did they pick Pence? Why did Manafort pick Pence? I mean, other than the fact that he would, like Trump, he would be willing to do it in a different way. I think it's really the kompromat issue here, guys. Okay, so why did they pick Pence? Why did Manafort and company pick Pence? High honors. Guys, I'm increasingly... Okay, this is... Let's see here. Okay. This could be inaction, but also could be sexual stuff, guys. It's so weird. It's like... Oh, this is a card of Justice Department, okay? Or the judge. Now... Oh, the Italian card. So, it's interesting because the court person here, the judge... Oh my god, look. Look at the guys. See the Jeff Sessions over here? So it's interesting because the card would also indicate that, I would think, that it could mean that he could be judged, right? Not just that there's a judge or the Justice Department here, but, oh, interesting, group of people tell out, but, okay, so tell us, why was Pence picked? Why was Pence picked? Why was Pence picked? Okay. Guys, okay, I'm gonna show you here. Sorry, okay, like this. This card, I just wanted to show you something. This card, I've said before, in many Romance languages, with unione, like this one, and Portuguese also, it means not reunion, but meeting. Okay, and I want to show that it's between a man and a woman here. Okay, so I feel like it's possible that the secret has to do with the meeting, but could also be, I wonder, let's see what else comes up. Oh, look, strategy, okay. What else? Melancholia. So we'll lose one more here. Oh, look, fortune, okay. Shady. Okay. Good, I'm seeing it. Okay, so all right. So as I'm organizing the cards here, guys, so you can see, as I'm organizing the cards, I'm getting this image in my head here that's saying, obviously, it has also to do with the fact that he's very well connected in the religious right world, and they needed somebody like that to counter Trump, okay, to make Trump look more viable. And this is the losses, okay, happening as a result. So this is what I think. I think it's because he's also, like I said, he's a very, and I'm getting, guys, the image of them seeing, look, he's a very American, quote unquote, person. He's from whatever, Indiana, and like, okay, so, and then here, okay, so that's part of it, guys, I feel like, okay, and then when I pulled the extra cards, I got fortune, right? So it's like malinconia, and in here, malinconia, the fortune, we could lose, his fortune, not just fortune. And this is a shady dealing, okay, with a foreign power and Gran Signore. Now I wanted to highlight this figure of the Gran Signore because I got the Gran Signore also for oligarchs, okay, because Trump is not a Gran Signore. He is a Gran Signore upside down because it's fake. These people have real money, okay. So I think there's two things here that the cards would indicate. A, that there's, they know about his secrets, okay. They know that he believes they're the racist bullshit. It's almost like he's easy to manipulate. He's like very binary, okay. And at the same time, they know that if it came out, destroy his reputation. I think they have, like I said, kompromat on him. But I think there's also receiving money from the oligarchs or whatever political contributions here. Okay, so I'm going to close my eyes now that I talked about the cards. So why did they choose? Why did Manafort choose Pence? Why was it? I think that he's been cultivated before. He, they say very binary, easier to control. He's very quote unquote American. He loves us. He thinks he bought the whole. He bought the, what is it, kitchen sink, hook and sink. I forgot the expression, but something like that. He really bought into our philosophy. The white, religious thing, whatever. They have the kompromat on him. They know that the kompromat would end his career, so he would not be willing to do that. The whole sham marriage and all that. They know he has like a secret. I think they're saying. I'm going to tell you what I think. I think there's some sort of secret gay life among these right wingers. Oh, guys, it's showing that there was like a sort of a gate network between the the right, ultra right, religious Republicans. They know each other, and they know like how. They're secret. They keep each other, the secrets of each other, whatever, and they know about that. The Russians know about that, and then. Okay, so what else? Yeah, I feel like, and I'm trying to think here, guys. What is the compromise? What is so compromising about Pence that he will be? It looks like I never see him continuing in the presidency after Trump. What is so compromising about him? Will he be indicted? What's going to happen to him afterwards? Yeah, I think there's recordings, guys. I've seen that before. Like there's him saying, yeah, of course we'll be willing to do whatever. The guy showing Nick Ayers as receiving person who receives money and follows the orders. Whether they're pushing more, I feel like the FBI is even like actually getting some of the threats he's getting through. I think this guy Nick Ayers. They're being told that this stuff is getting, there's pressure not just because of Mueller, but on the outside. They're like, you better do what we want, or we're gonna out you. Okay, so they're putting pressure on them to not talk to Mueller. Okay, so what? How does he fall? This is the thing I never understood about him. Okay, let me just. How does it? What happens to Pence? How does he fall? And what happens after? I feel like right now, guys, it's never clear to me. I know he's not going to be around after this. Okay, as soon as Trump is falls, so he's out. So is he? But why? What's going to happen to him? So let's just do now. I'm going to do a few more cards here about the next steps. Like now, what's happening with him now? Within, let's say, by the end of the summer and by the end of the year, we'll probably have some sort of idea. Okay, I'm going to lower this since this was, okay, so now, oh, that's a secret. The end of the summer, the end of the year. Okay, so, okay, here now, okay. Summer, the end of the year. I'm just going to pull the cards, guys, and then I'm going to, okay, and then, oh look, disgrace. Yeah. So, okay, so I'm trying to see here, guys, if you can see. Okay, so here we have, okay. So High Priestess upside down. This is the same card that came out for Roy Moore. There's some dark secret coming out, something important, a witness. As he's shown to be doing something illegal, false person connected to either Trump's family or of a great group of people who are doing shady things. The word RICO is coming to my mind, guys. Could be related to that, okay? Here we have the plan not going well. They had a plan that's not going to work, and this would be by the end of the summer. Something related to the election, okay? Within 90 days. Something within 90 days. Something, again, about dark secret in the past. Something about the past. And then isolation, craziness, madness. Trump. Sad news for him. Disgrace. Okay, so ends, the last card is disgrace. So then, okay, now let's look into, so here we have essentially dark secrets coming out, the plans they had not working, and he's isolated and still kind of crazy. Something important related to the election of Trump. the people who are shady, the false person, something could happen to them within 90 days. They will receive sad news. Guys, this would be, I think, could be the thing that I've seen before by the end of August, the Doraico. And this is the shady group of people, okay? So I think also because something in the past, shady group of people, something in the past happening, coming out that means disgrace for them. So I think this is it, guys. Okay, this is this issue that he is going to be indicted, I believe. And I believe somehow I see alongside other Republicans. Okay, so let's see. What it is fate? Okay, let's see here. Here's yeah, I think his connection, guys, to there's the delays because of the connection to Trump and also the attacks. I think there's something here where he knew about everything that was happening. Okay, so that's that. Okay, now, okay, so, okay, guys, so let's, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna look at something. Let me just try to think. What is his legal fate? I'm gonna show pick the cards as I look at you guys so we can look at it together. What is the final legal fate of him, of Mike Pence? Okay, exposure of the lie. Oh no. The glass is not as fun. No, not him. No, he's a great guy. Mother. Oh no! Look, oh deal. There's a deal. Really? Oh no. Oh, there's some money. They talk some money, bitch. Conversation. And it goes with what I've seen before, guys. There is a conversation. I think there are conversations that it exposed the lie that he made this deal. But I want to know, is he going to jail? That's all I care about. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you tell me, cards, please? I'm going to close my eyes after this, but please tell me, is he going to jail? That's, I need to know. I need to know. Please. Okay? Okay, deal gone wrong. Ooh, whip. Ooh, baby. So there's like disagreements and fighting. Okay. Yeah, an ending, guys. Look, there's a coffin. I don't know if he dies or whatever. Loyal. Okay, so yeah, so the people, it's showing again and again, guys. The people that are involved in this deal there's an ending. I don't know. I think it's like I've seen before. It's like the end of his political career for sure. I think he's indicted in this thing. Let me close my eyes. So what happens to Mike Pence? What is up with him now? And then by the end of August, and then the end of the year. So Mike Pence is like, guys, it's funny showing, I've done a reading on him before, I'd show the same thing, like he's like, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. Like, there's so much tension in his body. And it's almost, it's a little bit like Sarah Sanders in a different way, where like the truth is trying to emerge and he's trying to force the truth from emerging. He's like, Mother, she's great, Mother. She is. I'm fine. Everything is fine. I'm fine. Like that, like the Hulk reminds me of the Hulk, that sort of thing. Like he's so much tension, trying to pretend that everything is fine, everything is okay. Okay, so that's him now. He knows, like he's hitting things. Like he's not like Trump, but he's like that. He's very like because his mind, he's so brainwashed that he tries to not believe what he's seeing. So, but then at the same time, he knows there's something wrong, but he can't let himself think that. So then he's like, knows that people have been being subpoenaed right and left. Even I think this guy, Nick, whatever, has been subpoenaed already. He knows where it's going to lead, but somehow he's able to like control his mind or whatever, like by, sheer force. So what is it? So what's going to happen next? Like, yeah, guys, I feel like, I see by the end of the summer, I think some of the people he works with or who work for him are going to be gone from the White House. And I see him like kind of throwing papers like, no, Jesus, like Jesus, like, now Jesus, whatever, I'm your servant. Like, he's crazy, okay? Like, literally, he's like having a breakdown, but different one. Like, Jesus, I'm here, I'm your servant. Like, you know, okay, guys, I'm gonna say it because it sounds so crazy what I'm gonna say, but it's like these terrorists. You remember those like cults that were like, you know, in like the middle of nowhere, and people like killed him. I don't know if he's gonna kill himself, but I think he's like, he's crazy. You know, he believes those ideas that like, you know, an alien's gonna come and like rescue. You know, those like kind of crazy, like ultra, like cult mentality. You know, the cult stories or whatever. He believed that. Okay, so he's just like, he doesn't admit, that's the thing, in his consciousness, he doesn't think this is wrong. In his consciousness, he's like, I'm saving America, I'm saving the world, whatever, for Christianity, you know, whatever he thinks, that's how he justifies the crimes, okay, and the treason. So for him, I think that, you know, the card here that I showed, you know, here the hermit upside down, isolation and madness in a way, because of Trump, he gets the bad news and disgrace. It's very hard for him because his whole life, you know, he denied his sexuality, he bought into these bizarre beliefs, but it's been a struggle for him to maintain like sanity because he's trying to deny somebody like who he is, and at the same time he's trying to like justify the crimes and all that. How to, you know, it's like it's the mental gymnastics of trying to keep it all together, you know. So I feel like he is. It's like, I do think he may go to prison, guys, actually, for at least for a little while. But I feel like he never, you know, he goes a little bit more crazy in the sense of more religious. He does not want to have to deal with the mental, you know, space of having to look at himself and do the work of like healing, you know, and accepting who he is and everything. So that's what I think. And I think, like, how does he leave the vice president thing? Guys, I think he goes down. That's the thing. Oh, he goes, oh, I see. It's showing him, like, showing me now this guy, Nick Ayers, right, who is his main chief of staff. And I think it's like he's indicted for some more money laundering things that the other Republicans are indicted for, but he's very connected to him. So he also gets involved, you know, he gets like taken down also via the RICO thing, RICO, right? RICO thing that they go see RICO, not RICO, but RICO thing that that other Republicans are taken down for. I think the problem is there's, in some weird way, the money laundering, siphoning the foreign money into the U.S. is very connected to his whatever, you know, the guy, chief of staff. Somehow he's very a big figure in the money laundering scheme. Okay, so this is why it's difficult for him. You know, that's why he's, you know, he's involved in both the financial schemes of the, you know, receiving foreign money for campaigns and this other things, and the whole like all of that. And I think that's what it is. I think it's hard to say, guys. You know, sometimes you can't see all exactly the future because it's too much information. Who knows what's going to happen? But that's how I see him. Okay, I think I have more of a better idea. Okay, and why? Okay, let me just ask. This is also because I feel like I want to put an end to the story. I want to really get to the bottom of it. So why isn't he taking over as president once Trump leaves or is removed or whatever? Why? I feel like I understand why, but I just want to know what the cards say. Look, yeah, he tries to. This is a letter. Okay, a letter. Oh, I received a letter. Was it a love letter? No, it was not a love letter. Oh, his payment. Interesting. Oh, look, yeah, corruption. Look, the Republicans receiving money. See what the rich girl thing is. Yeah, yeah. This is meetings. Yeah, so I don't know that it matters. Like, this is also part of money or receiving money. You know, maybe there's something where the channels, if anything, if this would mean anything, it would probably mean that the same way that Trump was paid, you know, the payment of the women somehow is connected to the path of the money laundering. Something, it sounds a little shady, but this is he tries to go to something better. But there's a letter here, indictment and corruption. Usually this card tends to mean Republicans as well. So he gets indicted, guys. That's why. Okay, and that's that. So I'm going to stop here, and that's it. I accept that as the final answer, okay? Because I feel like I really got to the bottom of Mike Pence. Woo! I got to the bottom. Woo, baby. Anyway, I'm going to stop. Okay, bye.